You're welcome to Dr. Sam's Anatomy classes. Here we are exploring the intricacies of human body.
So today I am going to show you the dissection of axilla, the branches arising from the different chords of the brachial plexus. So let's start the dissection. Okay. This is anomalous and a rare type of pattern seen here in the brachial plexus, where I am going to show you the new type of pattern of the branching of this nerves. Can you see here like this? Now observe the details. This is the median nerve, right? Everybody knows this is the median nerve, right? You can see that, follow the course. It's reaching here into the deep, it's reaching here in front of the arm and reaching here into the cubital fossa, right? So it is median nerve, right? Then this is ulnar nerve, because you can see it's going down deep and in the posterior compartment of the arm, passing behind the medial epicondyle. And this one is the radial nerve. This is the musculocutaneous nerve, right? Because this is arising from the lateral cord of brachial plexus. So there's a musculocutaneous nerve. You can see it's piercing this muscle coracobrachialis to enter into the arm, right? And radial nerve has no concern with this. Radial nerve, you can see it's deep down, that is going into the radial groove. We're not concerned with the radial nerve because that's a branch from the posterior cord of the brachial plexus, right? So we'll be and this is the brachial artery. Continuing here from here, as this one is the axillary artery, right? So normally what we used to study is that this is the median nerve, and this axillary artery should actually pass between the two roots of the median nerve, but it's not happening here. You can see this is median nerve, right? So this will be the lateral root of median nerve, this will be the medial root of the median nerve. Got it? This is the medial root. So when you trace the lateral root above, you will reach to the lateral cord of the brachial plexus. This is the lateral cord. What arises from the lateral cord is this musculocutaneous. Lateral pectoral nerve has already been given out and shown you with the pectoralis major while I was dissecting. So this is musculocutaneous nerve. This is for sure, you can see it's piercing this muscle coracobrachialis and reaching into this front of the arm. Then let's trace this. This is the medial root of median nerve, but here in this we are actually not seeing it in a single root. It's also split it. And what else you seeing? This is ulnar nerve, right? Normally ulnar nerve comes from the medial cord of brachial plexus, but ulnar nerve root number is C7, C8, T1. C8, T1 component of the ulnar nerve comes from the medial cord of the brachial plexus, because medial cord has C8, T1 only. But then C7 component of ulnar nerve is a contribution from the lateral cord or the lateral root of median nerve. So what are you seeing now? This is the lateral cord, this is the medial cord, this is the medial cord, right? So there are only two cords here anterior to this axillary artery. This is the axillary artery, and on the two sides you're seeing the two cords. This is the medial cord of the brachial plexus and this is the lateral cord of the brachial plexus, right? Now what you're seeing is that from the medial cord of brachial plexus you're getting this ulnar nerve, and you're also getting the medial root of median nerve. One thing. Then this is the lateral cord, right? This is the lateral cord of the brachial plexus, and from lateral cord what you're getting is the lateral root of median nerve musculocutaneous nerve and a contribution to the median nerve. So what is this actually? This is the lateral cord and giving this division to the median nerve, and it also giving this division to the median nerve. That means the lateral root of the median nerve is in two parts. Got it? So the lateral cord of brachial plexus is this, and it's providing this root to the median nerve, and as well it's providing this root to the median nerve. So that means median nerve is getting a C5, C6, C7 component via two divisions from the lateral cord. And one more thing to see here is that this communicating branch to ulnar nerve, it's a communication from the lateral cord reaching to the ulnar nerve. So that means this is C7 component. This is the C7 component of the lateral cord, which is providing C7 to median nerve and which is providing C7 component to the ulnar nerve as well. This is the lateral cord and it's providing this C5, C6 component to the medial nerve through this route, and this lateral cord is providing C7. This is the C7 component of the lateral cord separately. Now the C7 is provided to the median nerve separately, which joins the medial root of median nerve. C7 joins the medial root of median nerve. So this you can see, this is the medial root of median nerve, which is bringing C8, T1, and C7 component from the lateral cord joins the medial root of median nerve. So ultimately when it reaches here, then C5, C6 is again provided to the median nerve separately, and this is a common thing, not a rare thing, that ulnar nerve actually was getting C8, T1 through the medial cord of brachial plexus, and C7 is being contributed to ulnar nerve via the lateral cord. So this is stump what you're seeing. This is the nerve. This nerve is actually C7 component of the lateral cord of brachial plexus, which is splitting and providing C7 to the medial root of median nerve, and it is also providing C7 to ulnar nerve. I hope you've understood. Axillary artery now you see is dipping in between the lateral cord and the medial cord. Got it? So this is the pattern, which is a new type of pattern I have shown you, right? This you can see here, this way.
It's a rare pattern of brachial plexus, and I'm going to conduct an OSPE or a spotting test on this. So you have to identify the structures one by one. Identify this structure. Which structure is this? So the answer is axillary artery, right? So this is axillary artery. Here also, this is the axillary. Now it's continuing down as brachial artery. Okay. Next, identify the structure. This structure. Which structure is this? Prepared? So this is the lateral cord of brachial plexus with the root numbers C5, C6, C7. Identify this structure. Which structure is this? see its relation to the axillary artery in the axilla. This is medial cord of brachial plexus with the root numbers C8, T1. Okay. Now identify this structure. This is median nerve with root numbers C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. Okay. Next, identify this structure. This structure. Which structure is this? So you prepared with the guess? Are you sure about it? Let's see. So this is lateral root of median nerve with root numbers C5, C6. By the way, you must be guessing that the root numbers for the lateral root of median nerve are C5, C6 and C7, but C7 is not there, and that's why it is a rare pattern of brachial plexus. Okay, now be prepared. Which structure is this? Which structure is this? Right from here till here. Which structure is this? Guessing? Okay. Now let me tell you that this is the medial root of median nerve with root numbers C8, T1. Got it? So that's how the median nerve is formed. So median nerve is getting C5, C6 component from the lateral cord. So that's why it's the lateral root of median nerve. And median nerve is getting C8T1 component from the medial cord of brachial plexus. Right? But you know that the median nerve root number is C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. That means the seventh component is still missing. That's why it's a rare pattern of brachial plexus. So let's spot the next structure. Yes, this one. Which structure is this? You trace it backwards, you can get the answer. Which structure is this? So this one is musculocutaneous nerve with root number C5, C6, C7. So it's a branch arising from the lateral cord of brachial plexus. Got it? And down you can see it's going inside by perforating between two heads of coracobrachialis. It enters into the arm, running between biceps anteriorly and overlying to brachialis, in between the two muscles after piercing coracobrachialis. And don't forget that it also has a cutaneous component, so this will become, it will continue as the lateral cutaneous nerve of forearm. Okay, be prepared for the next spot. Yes, so this one. Which structure is this? So this one is ulnar nerve with root numbers C7, C8, T1. Right? So ulnar nerve is getting C8, T1 from here. That means medial cord of brachial plexus provides C8T1 to ulnar nerve, but ulnar nerve's root number is C7, C8T1. So that means C7 component to ulnar nerve is still missing. Now let's prepare for the next spot. Yes. Which nerve is this? This much. This is ulnar nerve, the main root of ulnar nerve, that is C8T1, that is being derived from the medial cord, because ulnar nerve you seeing is coming from two roots. So this one will be the main root of ulnar nerve, getting C8T1 from the medial cord. Okay, then now look, which nerve is this? It's coming from here like this and joining the ulnar nerve. So which nerve is this? And it's coming behind to this, under to this. Which nerve is this? So this is, it's a communicating branch from the lateral cord to ulnar nerve. So that's how C7 component to ulnar nerve is provided, either, actually it's not always, either from the lateral cord directly it reaches ulnar nerve C7, or sometimes from the lateral root of median nerve. This either it can communicate via lateral root of median nerve to ulnar nerve, but in this case actually lateral root of median nerve is C5, C6, C7 in general, but because it is a rare pattern, so the lateral root of median nerve is having only C5, C6. That means C7, that's why the C7 to ulnar nerve is not being supplied by this lateral root of median nerve. Instead, it's being supplied directly from the lateral cord brachial plexus. Got it? So you have to remember this thing. Otherwise, you know, ulnar nerve has to get C7 actually from the lateral cord or from the lateral root of median nerve. No options, because medial cord has only C8T1. Got it? So that's how ulnar nerve always gets a communicating branch from the lateral cord or from the lateral root of median nerve. Okay, now the next spot. This. Which nerve is this? See its communication so that you can guess which nerve is this. This will be, so it's a communicating branch from the lateral cord to the medial root of median nerve. See, this is the lateral cord which is having root number C5, C6, C7, and this is the medial cord with root number C8T1. Ideally, what happens in general, that from the lateral cord there is this lateral root of median nerve with 5, 6, 7, C5, C6, 7, and from the medial cord it is C8T1, and that's how median nerve is formed with all these 5 root components, C5, C6, C7, C8T1. But because here there are 2 communications from the lateral cord to the median nerve, actually this lateral cord is providing this lateral root, but there is another communication from the lateral cord to the medial root of median nerve. Now this one you can see is the medial root of median nerve, right? So this is the medial root of median nerve, and that's how there's a communication from the lateral cord to the medial root of median nerve, and that is providing C7. So one special thing that you find out here, what special thing? Why can't we say here that this portion of median nerve is same as ulnar nerve, right? Look here, ulnar nerve getting 2 roots, right? This one is from medial cord and this one is from the lateral cord. That's how ulnar nerve is formed, and this medial root of median nerve is actually same as ulnar nerve up till here. It's getting C81 from the medial root and C7 from the lateral cord. So this is like ulnar nerve joining C5, C6. That's the lateral root of median nerve, and that you find is median nerve. So what is that? Out of so many labelings, can you point out one point which is anomalous here, which is rare here? Actually, all the things are actually very common, but one thing which is rare here is the pink color thing. So the pink color thing is a rare variety. It's rarely seen that the lateral cord providing C7 component to the medial root of median nerve. That's why it's an anomalous type of pattern, a rare pattern of brachial plexus. Hope you've understood this.
If you like it, share it, and subscribe it.